EA Sports is releasing College Football 25 next week and just revealed their rosters. And with that, we finally get to see who the top rated players are. I'll make sure to drop the link in the description so you can look through all of this yourself. They make it very easy to filter by position, team, and conference. In this video, we'll look at the top players at key positions and also see which teams and conferences have the most top 100 players. Now let's jump right into it. Here are your top 10 players for College Football 25, headlined by a top 5 of Will Johnson, cornerback from Michigan, Will Campbell, left tackle from LSU, Ollie Gordon, running back from Oklahoma State, James Pierce Jr., defensive end from Tennessee, and Caleb Downs, defensive back from Ohio State. Now, if you watched my previous video where I predicted who I thought had a chance at a 99 overall rating, I predicted 3 of the top 4 on this list, so I was directionally accurate. I actually like that there are no 99 rated players to start the year. I don't think we have an overly dominant player like Jadeveon Clowney, who was the only 99 rated player in NCAA 14.
Wow. Michigan at the 41. What a hit! Ball's free! On the ground! South Carolina deserves to have it, and they do!
Clowney just says, I'll take care of business right here. You give me this long to catch my breath, I'll come off the ball and rock you and get it right back for our offense.
But I'm loving this top 10, and I think EA did a great job. Colorado favorite Travis Hunter comes in at number 6. Malachi Starks, safety from Georgia, is at 7, and so on. It's really nice they also gave us speed, acceleration, strength, awareness, and jump ratings that we're able to sort by. Just for fun, let's take a look at the fastest players in the top 100. To no surprise, there's 2 Oregon wide receivers atop this list, in Tez Johnson and Evan Stewart, with speed ratings of 96 and 95. Travis Hunter comes in at 3rd with a speed of 95. As I said, you can do this for acceleration, strength, awareness, and jump as well. I know everyone wants it, so let's take a look at the top quarterbacks. Shedeur Sanders comes in at number 1, rated a 93 overall, followed by Carson Beck of Georgia, also a 93, and Quinn Ewers of Texas, rated a 92. I could have seen EA putting these top 3 in any order, so this is fine with me. Being a UCF alum and seeing Dylan Gabriel at number 4 is a little bittersweet, but I'm expecting big things from him at Oregon this season. Now let's take a look at the running backs. As expected, Ollie Gordon comes in as the first player on this list with a 96 overall rating. There are actually 14 players to make the top 100 as a running back, which seems like a lot in my opinion. Shout out to RJ Harvey, that man's fast and should have a great season at UCF. Now let's hit wide receivers. 9 wide receivers made the top 100, led by Travis Hunter with a 95 overall rating. I'm starting to see why Colorado is ranked 8th on offense in this game. Based on the rankings we've seen so far, Oregon should also continue to have a very explosive offense. And a whopping 21 defensive backs made the top 100, headlined by Will Johnson of Michigan and Caleb Downs of Ohio State, who, as I already mentioned, were both top 5 ranked players in the top 100. Notre Dame looks to have a strong secondary as they have cornerback Benjamin Morrison and safety Xavier Watts in the top 5. 17 offensive linemen made it into the top 100, led by number 2 overall player Will Campbell, who plays left tackle at LSU. Alabama really dominates this list, with 3 players in center Parker Brailsford, left guard Tyler Booker, and right guard Jaden Roberts. 17 defensive linemen made the top 100, led by James Pierce Jr. out of Tennessee. Michigan and Ohio State dominate this list, with each having 2 of the top 8 defensive linemen in Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant from Michigan, and Jack Sawyer and Tyleek Williams from Ohio State. 9 linebackers landed in the top 100, led by Barrett Carter of Clemson. That's it for me on looking at position by position. Now let's look at the top teams and conferences. It looks like Ohio State comes in as the team with the most players ranked in the top 100. They have 8 players on this list, led by Caleb Downs with a 95 overall rating. This team seems stacked at every position, returning many starters from last year's team. I expect them once again to be competing for a championship. Alabama enters a new era without Nick Saban, with 6 players in the top 100. Kalen DeBoer has a tough task following in the footsteps of the greatest coach in college football history. He was successful at Washington. Let's see how he does under more pressure and higher expectations. Quarterback Jalen Milroe comes in ranked 71st in the top 100, with a speed of 91, which I imagine makes him the fastest quarterback, so he'll be really fun to play with. 2 conferences really stood out from the rest, and I'm sure you could guess who they are. It's the SEC and the Big Ten. The Big Ten had 31 players make this list, topping the SEC, who had 29. That's 60% of the top 100 and 8 of the top 10 players coming from these 2 conferences. With conference alignment, I'm expecting the college football playoffs to be filled with teams from these 2 conferences. I can't wait to jump right into the game and see just how dominant these guys can really be. Which players are you most looking forward to playing with? If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you click that like and subscribe button to stay up to date with everything College Football 25. I plan on putting out a lot of content next week when the game finally drops, so stay tuned for that. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.